guys, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'd love to share with you my favorites from the month of September. I have quite a few things here, but I think so many of them are an excellent value. I have some skincare, some makeup, and a few miscellaneous items, but they are all things I truly love and would recommend to any one of my family and friends. For those of you brand new to my channel, a special welcome. I do hope you'll subscribe and join the Gorgeously Aging community. And if you've been with me for a while, double check you're subscribed. I've had so many emails lately saying that they've been unsubscribed. I would never unsubscribe anybody, and quite frankly, I don't think I can. I have a few other channels, so it may be a situation where you thought you were subscribed, but you were actually subscribed to one of my other channels. So double check that you're subscribed, ring the bell to be notified of future video uploads, and thank you so much for joining me today. So I'm going to start with a product that I don't think gets enough praise, and this can be used for any skin type, both men and women. That is the Bifida Ampoule Mist. This is a mist that is so great for the skin barrier, and it's also got peptides, which are so fantastic for the skin. So I won't get deep into the product knowledge of each of these products because I have quite a few here, but this is around the $15 price point. It's beautiful to mist on your skin before you even start your skincare, but also great to mist throughout the day. I've also found my makeup looks better if I do a quick mist of this after I do my makeup. I cannot stress enough how great this is for the skin and help repairing the skin barrier. So whether you need that repair or not, this is a great product. K-Beauty products are some of my favorite products, hands down. And one of the things I love about them is they are backed by incredible ingredients and usually very cost effective. Another skincare product that I purchased several times, but really this past month I realized this is something I want to keep on hand all the time because it does make a difference. I notice the difference when I don't have it. Is the Pyongkang Yule, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is the Essence Toner. I want to show you the consistency of this because it has a light gel texture. It's thin, but not watery. So it's not quite a gel, it's not quite a water, but it's beautifully hydrating on the skin. I usually use this right after that Bifida mist, and it just preps the skin for the rest of my active skincare ingredients. Incidentally, this actually works really well for a conductivity solution for both radio frequency and for microcurrent. All right, so a very affordable drugstore brand that I am really shocked by is Bioma. This brand I really felt was marketed towards young people who didn't have a lot of knowledge about skincare, but it has really surprised me. In particular, this hydrating serum, it has squalene, ceramides, and glycerin. 3 great products for the skin, very budget friendly. I'll list everything in the description box below, but the more I use this, the more I realized I like this more than some of my high-end squalene formulas. This is beautiful. The glycerin in it is so biocompatible. It feels beautiful on the skin. Now, you guys, I got away from Laneige for a while just to save money and was using Aquaphor on my lips. And I love Aquaphor. If you don't keep Aquaphor on hand and use it for your lips at night, try it. It's wonderful. But this is incredible for really locking in the hydration in the evening. If you are a bit of a mouth breather or live in a dry climate, the Aquaphor does tend to wear off during the night. For me, there's nothing worse than waking up with dry, cracked lips, and that happens to me. I always have dry lips, and I am a bit of a combination mouth-nose breather and live in a dry climate. So the Laneige really does help me that way in terms of nourishing the lips. Now, you guys, I found this really great headband, and I love it for washing my face or for doing makeup, but it has one of those twist tie metal thingies. I don't know what you call it, but you can see it's so easy to put on, and it's not one that slips off the back of my head. So many headbands that I've used, or spa type headbands, are ones that like tend to creep up the back of my head, like the Velcro closure ones. I find them to be kind of snug, and then as I'm washing my face, they start to creep up the back of my head. I don't have that problem with this headband, so I love it. So I'm going to be jumping around from skincare to makeup, so this is in no particular order, you guys, but I have mentioned that this Anastasia Fall Romance palette is absolutely stunning. I love the color story here, and some of my favorite looks that I produced this past month are from this palette. If you are someone who loves eyeshadows, you can never go wrong with a good Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. The formula is so creamy, easy to blend, and just beautiful. If you guys have not used anything by Danessa Myricks, her stuff is incredible. I have been absolutely obsessed. I have a bunch of her makeup to show you in the coming weeks. This is the Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette. This is in the darker variety. There is a lighter one. I just like these shades. Let me swatch them for you so you can see, but they're so creamy and beautiful. You can mix them and you can use them on your cheeks and lips. And here are those shades. Just beautiful. I like this dark one actually on the lips and then go over it with this lighter shade to kind of tone it down a little bit. So versatile if you like to be creative with the way that you mix shades. The formula is incredible, works beautifully on mature skin. I like to tap the cheek. Let me put a little bit of the cheek color on. This one is a brownish orange, which I think is beautiful for fall, but you could tap in a little bit of the burgundy with it. And I'll show you here. So I have makeup on, so it would blend better if I wasn't blending it over the top of powder. But even so, it blends in gorgeously. Gives a tiny bit of shine, so you wouldn't need a highlight. I think this palette is so incredible. I absolutely love it. Now, if you don't want a palette like that, Danessa Myricks does have these gorgeous cream blushes. And this particular color I really like. This is called Rose in Brunch, and just such a pretty color. Creamy, creamy formula. Easy to blend in. You could use it on your cheek or lips. And this is one I've gotten a lot of use out of, really love. So another product by Bioma is the Milky Oil Cleanser. This is a gorgeous product. It has barrier lipids, squalene, morning seed oil. It is great on mature skin, wonderful to normal to dry skin. This may not be the right pick if you are oily. For most mature people, I think this would be a wonderful and affordable cleanser. Let me just show you the consistency here. It's a beautiful oil cleanser. You could use it as your first part to a two-part cleansing, using this to remove your makeup, or use it by itself. All right, you guys know from my previous videos that I'm a big fan of chemical exfoliation, especially glycolic acid for aging skin. And this Alpha Enhanced Renewal Cream, this is the 12% glycolic acid in a cream base. It's really nice. Now, a glycolic serum is wonderful, and I have plenty of those. Alpha has one, in fact, that is a serum based. But when you have a lotion based product, it seems to be just a little gentler on the skin. You have that base that's creating some nourishment with that glycolic acid. You could use this on your face or backs of hands. Now, Alpha does have a body glycolic acid that's in a bigger container. This one I think is more appropriate for face, neck, and chest. With consistent use, you really start to see a skin brightening and nice smoothing effect with glycolic acid. It does take a little consistency, but with skin texture and dullness, glycolic acid with consistent use really works. Another surprise for me is the e.l.f. Makeup Melting Balm. This is a great balm for removing makeup, sunscreen, and doing the first part of a two-part cleansing. I think this performs just as well as many high-end balms. It also has hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and peptides, which are great for the skin. And quite frankly, instead of paying the big bucks of Elemis, which I've done many times before, this one works just as well. And I'd rather spend my money on treatment products than cleansing products. And you can see this one's almost empty. This has been a favorite of mine for months. I used this through the summer and still into the fall. This is the Sol de Janeiro Rio Radiance perfume. It is beautiful. It reminds me of vacation. And although it is more of a summer scent, I absolutely love it this time of year. It just puts a bounce in my step. For me, this is a perfume that just makes me feel in a better mood. It's not overly sweet and tropical, but it does have those hints of tropical aroma. It's hard to explain unless you've used it, but it's really a beautiful aroma. You guys know that sunscreen is so important to me. I do not miss a day of sunscreen and often touch up throughout the day with either a powder over the top of my makeup that's a powdered sunscreen or a spray. So the sunscreen I've been testing this month, and I've used this before, but I'm reminded of how beautiful it is. This is the Color Science Sunforgettable Total Protection. This one is tinted. and it's a SPF 50. It's beautiful on the skin. It gives us a light hydration. It wears well under makeup, has a beautiful light tint. Whether you wear makeup or not, it looks gorgeous on the skin. I've really been loving this one. It is a bit more of a high-priced foundation compared to some that I love from the drugstore, like the CeraVe Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. This is definitely one that I'm so glad that I've tried, and I've come back to it a few times. On a more budget-friendly note, this e.l.f. All Set for the Sun spray is great for spritzing over your makeup or just spritzing throughout the day so you can protect your face, neck, and chest. These are the areas that are most critical to protect for the aging skin, but certainly don't forget the backs of hands and arms. Anywhere that's exposed to the sun is going to get hyperpigmented and sun damaged. This claims to be sun spray and makeup setting, and I do like how my makeup looks after spritzing this on. I don't necessarily think this gives my makeup a really significantly longer set, but I think my makeup looks pretty when I do use this over top. Another higher end makeup brand, and you guys, I always look for dupes because I'm pretty cheap. But the Westman Atelier bronzing stick, this is the Face Trace Contour Stick, and this is in the color Truffle. It is so beautiful, and it's very rare to find a contour stick that just feels silky, luxurious, blends in beautifully on mature skin, doesn't accentuate any of those things that our aging skin often will show with makeup. So I'm just going to show you often the best way to use something like this, and I do put it directly on my face, but for a really soft application, put a little on the back of the hand, take a brush, this one is an IT Cosmetics airbrush brush, and just stipple where you want it. And it just blends itself, basically. It's so easy to blend. And it has an ever so slight glow. It's just beautiful. The only thing I will say I don't like about this product is that it is a luxury product, so it does have that high-end price tag. This one I do use like for special occasions and not every day, just because I am trying to make it last. But it is gorgeous. A while back, I talked to you guys about the Vegamore hair serum. This is the Grow Serum. I am on my 4th bottle of this now, and I actually do think I'm seeing some progress. It is a little higher price point, but I do like it because it doesn't make a greasy feeling on the hair. So you apply it to the roots of the hair at night before bed, and then sleep on it. Then the next day you can either style as normal or take a shower, wash, and restyle the hair. I tend to only wash my hair a couple of times a week, and I don't feel a terrible buildup using this. So if I use it each night and 3 nights pass and I don't wash my hair, it's not like the roots of my hair look greasy or like they're coated with a lot of stuff. Now that may be different if you have really fine hair, but I find that this is a really nice product. Definitely glad that I have tried it. I may move on to some other more affordable hair growth serums, but I have no regrets about this product. Definitely worth the try. A drugstore hair product that I am loving, and that's hard for me to say because I spent more than 20 years as a salon and spa owner, so I am very particular about hair care products. However, this L'Oreal Elvive Total Repair 5, this is a leave-in conditioner with a 450-degree heat protection. It has protein and almond oil, and let me just tell you guys, it smells nice without being overpowering, and it actually gives really good heat protection. I love how my hair feels when I use this, and I love how shiny it is when I use heat tools or a blow dryer on it. Even when I just let my hair air dry and my hair is naturally curly, wavy, frizzy, it has a much softer, more manageable texture. So cost effective. I definitely recommend trying this. Now, if you have a super fine or limp hair, this may be a tiny bit heavy. Let me show you the texture of it. It's definitely a cream. So if you have super fine hair, something that's a light spray may work better, but this is by no means super heavy. It smells so nice, you guys. I'm kind of obsessed with the smell of that product. Okay, a couple of drugstore makeup items. This is an old favorite that I am rediscovering, and this is the Maybelline Eraser. You guys, the formula of this is really good. It's actually much creamier than you would think. And the pink undertone of this has a really nice brightening effect for the under eyes. You can use this alone as your concealer, or you could add a little concealer over the top. Personally, I like to put this on underneath my foundation and then add my foundation and not add any extra concealer. If you're going out at night, you feel like you need that concealer, definitely go for it. But this is enough of a brightening under the eyes without being heavy or settling into fine lines. I showed this lip combo in a recent shorts video on TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, definitely come on over there. Just search Gorgeously Aging and you'll find me. You can find me on all socials by searching Gorgeously Aging. This is the Maybelline Color Sensational Lip Liner in the color Nude Whisper. It is a true light nude and it goes on smooth, and it is really just nice for defining the aging lip. But I am absolutely in love with this lipstick. This is the color 420 Touchable Taupe, and it is so pretty. I have a lot of it on now, but it's gorgeous for fall. It feels creamy on the lips. It's not sticky. It's nice and hydrating. It lasts pretty well for a cream lippy, but it's definitely just such a pretty color. I think anyone with any skin tone could wear this. Going back to Danessa Myricks, she has the most beautiful highlighter, and this is Dew Wet Balm. Let me show you how gorgeous this is. I mean, it just has the most beautiful shine without a glitter. And I think on aging skin, at least for me, when I get a highlight that shows a glitter on the skin, especially outside in the sun, I just feel like it's too contrived. I want something that gives me a natural glow. And this one really does the trick. You can just rub it in with your finger, pounce it in with a blending brush or even a sponge. And that is just so pretty. You could use it on the tip of your nose or any place on your body or face that you want a little glow. A little bit on the shoulders would be beautiful. Another skincare item that I have used for a long time. I've ordered this several times and tend to come back to it, and I used it a lot last month. And that is the Biossance Squalene Elderberry Jelly Cleanser. This is a beautiful cleanser. It never makes my skin feel stripped. I always love how my skin looks after, just refreshed, glowy, plumped up, hydrated. It's a really great cleanser. I'm a big fan of the Biossance line. I've never been sponsored by them or sent products by them. I buy everything myself, and nothing here that I'm showing you has been sent to me. I just truly love Biossance. So if you get a chance to try this cleanser, it is gorgeous. Now, I've had some really high-end concealer brushes, and I finally picked up this one. This is the Sephora brand. It's the Pro Concealer 71 brush. Has a nice long handle. It feels well constructed, but it has that like little paw type shape, which makes getting into the corners so easy with concealer. Now, fingers are also great with concealer because the warmth of your hand helps to blend in concealer. So definitely use your fingers, but if you're someone who likes a brush, this one is affordable from Sephora. Now, my daughter talked me into trying the Grande Brow 2-in-1. You guys, this is like a brow growth serum and a brow tint gel, but I love that it has this really tiny little wand on the end, and the pigmentation on this is really quite good. So I'm not only getting my brows pigmented, but they are being coated with a growth serum. Now, my daughter has absolutely beautiful eyebrows, really thick and luscious. And so one day I was complaining to her, and she loves the Grande Brow or the Grande Lash. And so she's like, try the Grande Brow. And so far I really love it. And even if it doesn't make me grow more brow hairs, I love the pigmentation and just the brow gel formula and this really nice, precise wand. All right, you guys, I am usually not a fan of singles, like single eyeshadows, because I feel like you get more bang for your buck with a palette. However, I had been seeing this Urban Decay Moon Dust, and in the pan it doesn't look like much, but this is the most gorgeous eyeshadow topper. I'll just show you on my finger. It is stunning. I mean, stunning. I love this. Let me show you on my eye. I'm just going to tap a little bit on the movable part of my lid, and I'm hoping you can see that. It is so pretty without being too much. I absolutely love it. I get so many compliments when I wear this, and for the life of me, I have drugged my feet and not bought eyeshadow singles like ever. I think maybe once or twice in my life because I'm such a fan of palettes, but this one was totally worth the splurge. I've mentioned this before, but the best mascara at the drugstore is the Maybelline Sky High. I don't care what kind of lash you have. I have the tiniest natural lashes, and my daughters both have beautiful, long, luscious lashes like my husband. It separates, it lifts, it doesn't get clumpy, it doesn't look artificial. It just gives your lashes the most beautiful length and separation. Whatever is in this formula, I think part of it honestly is the brush. The brush just lends itself to separation, lift, and gorgeous lashes. They have both the waterproof and non. I've used both formulas. I like them. My daughters both like the waterproof. They say their eyelashes hold a curl better with a waterproof formula. Because my natural lashes are so super short, I usually wear false lashes, and they're not long enough to actually curl with the eyelash curler. There are times where I wear just mascara and no lashes for a more soft daytime look, and I have more confidence wearing the Sky High than any other mascara, and I am a little bit self-conscious when I go out without strip lashes because my lashes are short, but this does make them look somewhat normal, and I really love it. I don't think there is a mascara at the drugstore that I have not tried, and this one is really the only one that absolutely blew me away. All right, another absolutely fantastic product from the drugstore. This is the foundation Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. Now I have it in two colors because originally I went in and got this color which was too dark, and I got another color so that I can customize it throughout the year no matter what color my skin is. Even though I protect myself from getting a tan, my skin color does change ever so slightly from season to season. You guys, soon I'm going to do a full video dedicated to this product because it is so good. I've been experimenting over the past month with using it with my hands versus a sponge versus a brush and just really doing a deep dive on this. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm wearing it today. For a drugstore product, there are not many that can compare to this. There are about 5 drugstore foundations that I think are beautiful on mature skin, but this one right now is at the absolute top of my list. All right, last but not least, you guys, Vana Cream Moisturizing Lotion. This can be used on all skin types. It is a looser lotion. It's not real heavy. It's meant for the body, which is why it comes in this really big container. But this is suitable for the face as well. I tend to use it more on my body, but often I'll use it after my toner. I'll put on this lotion at night and then let it dry down and then put on my tretinoin, let my tretinoin settle in, and then top it with a richer cream. Now this is nice underneath the tretinoin because it's not super heavy, and if you're acclimating from season to season, or if you have dry skin that tends to be a little sensitive, putting a thin base of moisturizer first underneath your tretinoin goes a long way in keeping your skin healthy and vibrant and not irritated from that active ingredient. Now I've been using tretinoin forever and ever. I do find that seasonally, hormonally, or if my skin does seem to be in kind of a weird place, maybe a little drier than normal, doing a base of a very light moisturizer under the tretinoin, even though I've been using it for years and years, definitely helps. This doesn't change the efficacy. It still works just as well. It just helps to prevent the irritation. This is an absolutely fantastic staple to keep on hand. Anybody in the family can use it. Great for the body and for the face, and super easy on the budget. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. All the links of today's products in my favorites video will be listed in the description box below. You can learn more and find all of my DIY facial rejuvenation content at gorgeouslyaging.com and at rumble.com. If you guys have discovered any favorites from this past month, share them with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I love your recommendations. I always am looking forward to trying new things. Sending you all virtual hugs. I will see you in my next video.